Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. We are going to go through a full body lymphatic drainage and nervous system regulation reset. What a lot of people don't realize is your nervous system is the traffic controller for your lymphatic system. So if your body is in a chronic state of stress, your lymphatic vessels are constricted and it doesn't allow them to pump and flow in the ways that they need to. So in this video, we are going to open up the flow and we are also going to bring you into the parasympathetic so that your flush can continue to happen throughout the night. You can take this whole video lying down in bed if you want, or you can come onto a hard surface. It's a little easier that way. But find a yoga mat or a blanket and we are going to come to lie down. Knees are bent and your feet are going to be on the floor or your bed. Just take a second and rock your hips out side to side. Hands come down by your sides and then gently just soften your body into the ground. Feel the support through the back of the hips, the back of the head, and the back of the shoulders. Keeping your head on the ground. As you exhale, you're going to tuck your chin in towards your chest. And then as you inhale, you're going to bring it back to center. And as you inhale, can you imagine the skin on the back of your head softens into the ground? And now option to tuck the pelvis in towards you as the chin tucks in towards you, and then release. Again, this is really subtle. You're keeping your spine, your hips, and your head supported on the mat. Just creating a rocking and a release and melt. 2 more. Coming back to center, taking a second, feeling the back of the glutes melt onto the mat and the back of the head soften and melt. Turn your head about a quarter to the right and then tuck your chin towards your right shoulder and feel a nice stretch through the left side of the neck. If you can't feel the stretch, just play with this for a second. And then come back to center. Turn your head a quarter to the left. Tuck your chin down to the left shoulder. Feel a stretch to the right side of the neck. Back to center. One more time. Turning to the right. Tucking the chin down. Seeing if you can create a stretch through the front of the left neck. Back to center. To the left. Tuck. Coming back in. Now, your breath is going to come into your belly. As you inhale, I want you to push your belly up to the sky. And then as you exhale, release your belly. One more time. And then we're going to bring your breath into your chest. And your hands are going to come onto the front of your chest, just below your collarbone. You'll feel a bone in the center here. I want you to walk your hands onto the outsides of that bone. As you inhale, breathe into your chest and press your pads of your fingers into your chest. And then as you exhale, we're going to release the breath and the pressure. And I want you to slide your hands along your chest to the outside of your shoulder and your collarbone. Good, keep going. Inhale, press. Breathe into your chest, and then exhale. Gently slide the pads of the fingers out to the outsides of the shoulders. You can round your shoulders in if you want on that inhale and really press as you soften and release. One more time. Great. Arms are going to come up to the ceiling, and then just take a second, wiggle out your shoulders. Shoulders are going to get really heavy into the back of the ground or the bed, wherever you are. And as you inhale, your arms are going to reach up, back, and behind you towards your ears. And then you're going to come around towards the hips and back up. And I really just want you to focus on feeling the weight of the back of the shoulders supported through the rotation. And your rotation can be as big or as small as you want it to be, depending on your range of motion in your shoulders. And then we're going to switch directions, coming to a T, overhead and up. And if you start to feel fluid move down your throat, you know you're doing it properly. Swallow when you can. Now your arms are going to come up towards the ceiling, and you're going to turn onto your right side with your arms meeting. So your right hand is straight out and your left hand is straight out. And we're going to start to move your hand like a clock. So as you inhale, you're going to reach that left arm up above your head, hit the 12. And then as you exhale, come back to your right hand. And then we're going to reach over to the 1. Good. And your chest is going to move with your arm. So with every hour, your heart opens a little bit more to the ceiling. The 3, you should come into a full twist with your heart shining towards the sky. And don't worry too much about your mobility, just try. On this next one, we're going to hit the 6. So you're going to come all the way to your hip and make a full circle. Inhale, breathe into the ribs, twist, open. Exhale, come through and back. On this next one, when you come to the 3 o'clock, I want you to just hold it. And just breathe into your heart, into your ribs, and try to soften. And then however you feel comfortable, if you want to just pick your knees up, come to the center and roll onto your left side body, you can do that. Or you can come back to center, push yourself up and around, whatever feels best for you. I'm going to move so you can see me. We're going to go counterclockwise. So my right hand is on top of my left arm. Inhale up to the 12. Exhale back to the 11. Back. 10. At that 9, you're trying to open your heart to the sky with the arm. If you feel your low back, just tuck your pelvis so you can lengthen it, give you more support. And at that 6, we're going to take it full inhale all the way to the hip. Exhale back to the hand. Deep breaths. Using that breath to help stretch you out and release tension. On this next one, holding it out at a T and just breathing and softening. Okay, you're gonna just bring both hands back together and we're gonna come up onto your hands and knees. Taking a second, setting your knees up and your hands under your shoulders, come into a few cat-cows. As you inhale, you're gonna flex the ribs, reach up. And then as you exhale, drop the heart, look up. Make sure your neck and your pelvis, so your tailbone, are moving together. In extension and flexion, it's not just your spine. One more. Bringing your spine back to neutral, you're going to push the hips back towards the left heel and then the right, and then come forward. Your range of motion here can be as big as or as small as you want. Okay, so it can just be a little small movement or it can be a full movement. And then we're switching directions. One more. Good. Coming back to center, readjust your hands and your knees. And we're just going to take an angry cat. So it's a pelvic floor tilt. Your upper spine stays still. Tuck your tailbone in towards your belly. And then push your butt back towards your heels. And release. Exhale, tuck, lengthen that low back. Pull the heel or the glutes back to the heels. And then release. Good job. 2 more. And then coming back to center, come to lie back down on the ground, bending the knees in. Hands are going to come down by your sides, and I just want you to start to rock the knees side to side. Nice and slow. Both legs are going to rock to the right now. Stack your knees over one another, and then your right hand is going to come on top of your knees. If you can't bring your knees all the way to the side, don't worry about it. Just hold it where you can. Eventually, your spine will get used to this. And then your left arm is going to come out into a cactus. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can press the left leg into the right hand, and you'll feel a deeper opening through your side body. And then as you exhale, you release. So on your inhale, you're going to bring some resistance into the arm and the leg. And release. One more. Press as hard as you can, keeping your shoulder rounding back. And then fully relax and feel that nice release through your side body. Left hand's going to come down by your side. Use your core to pick your knees back up. And then rock those knees over to the left. So your range of mobility might be different here, and that just means you're human. But again, try to take a second and allow the legs to come to the side with your left hand going on top of your right leg. Your right arm opens into a cactus. As you inhale, you press the right leg, left arm into one another. Exhale, you feel a full release through the body. Inhale, apply tension. Exhale, soften. One more. Good job. Bring your left hand down by your side, right arm down. Use your core to pick your knees up. Right leg is going to come up to the sky. You're going to hold on to your leg and just point and flex the heel. And then take some circles. Switch directions. And then you're going to reach as high as you can on that right leg. And I want you to just squeeze your leg from the ankle all the way down to the quad. Creating a pump for your lymphatic system. Again, swallowing is good affirmation that the system is working. One more. And you're going to bend your right knee in. Left leg is going to come straight out, pointing and flexing the heels, taking a nice stretch through your hamstring, circling the ankle. Good, and then switch directions. Reaching as high as you can towards your ankle and then pumping that leg. And then on this next one, we're going to bring that left foot down onto the mat, knee bent. Your right leg is going to go straight out, and then your right arm is going to come up overhead. So both the arm and the leg are out. And I just want you to bring your breath into your right armpit. Inhale, try to fill it up, and exhale, try to soften and release it. And then bring your breath into the back of the right rib. See if you can allow that rib to touch the mat. And then lastly, see if you can bring your breath into that right back and front hip. Exhale, releasing the tension. Bring your right arm down by your side. Bend your right knee in. Just take a second to feel the difference between your right back body and your left. And then kick that left leg out nice and long and your right arm out nice and long. Starting to bring the breath into the left armpit. And now bringing into the back of that left rib. And bringing it into the left hip, front and back. One more. Good. Bending the knee in, the arm down. Feeling how your low back, your arms and your chest feel. Option to bring your knees in towards your chest or into a modified happy baby by the armpits. And you can just rock side to side. Yawning means it's working. And then whenever you're ready, just turning on to your side, taking a second. You are all done. A really good job. Comment and let me know how you feel and how you sleep. Thanks for joining.